I'm Craig Middlebrook, Deputy Administrator of the St. Lawrence Seaway Development Corporation, and we're here today with another in our series of Seaway Spotlight interviews. And I'm very excited today to welcome Nicole Trépanier. Soyez le bienvenue, Nicole.
Merci.
For our interview. Nicole, you just started a new job as the Director of External Relations with FedNav Limited in Montreal.
That's true.
You came to this job after a very successful tenure at the St. Lawrence Economic Development Council, SODIS, based in Quebec City. Why'd you leave that job and take this job?
Well, I've been in the Marine Association world for over 20 years now. And that job opportunity at FedNav was, for me, a great opportunity. And I've always worked closely with FedNav. That's a company that I appreciate, for which I have a lot of, admiration. And I'm very glad to be part of the team.
What would you consider some of your major accomplishments at SODIS?
I would say, Craig, that one of the things that made me feel, very sad about marine sector is how much people don't know about what it is, how useful marine transportation is, how, active is the marine sector, but people don't see in their daily life how much impact it has.
Right.
So a few years ago, I started a campaign, promotional campaign, in order to reach three different sectors. First, politicians. Second, media. And also youth people. And through that campaign, we developed many messages.
Let me follow up on one campaign in particular. It was called Merci Mon Fleuve, and I'll let you translate that. But also just talk about what the context and the goal was behind this education campaign, because it's very, very interesting.
Well, in English, in French, it's livré par navire, merci mon fleuve. In English, it's brought to you by ship, my river, my provider. And when you're in Quebec province, the St. Lawrence River is, I would say, the sort of a huge heart of the province, and also, a tremendous way to reach the markets. Right. 80% of the population lives by the river. That's something that is very sentimental. We have to protect that resource. We have to make sure that it's there for the future generations. And with the industry, very aware of, environment, with our program that Green Marine developed.
Right.
We wanted to make sure that the population was informed of how much we care also about that resource. So that campaign was to make sure that we can communicate through, a large field what we bring to population. Right. Also. When we talk about marine transportation, we talk about, dry bulk and stuff like that. That doesn't look very sexy for people. But when you say to a young kid in a school, you enjoy your iPad. Do you know how many iPads can enter in a container?
Right.
And do you know that it was transferred through the river to reach a port?
Right.
But basically there are some, raw material that was used that came from here, that was transferred by a ship. Right. out sea, and that came back to you with that you use on a daily basis. Oh, really? I didn't know. So that's just a matter of not kicking, just teaching how good we can be for the quality of life.
Talk about just how you see the industry changing now. Do you agree that more women are coming into more senior positions, from your perspective?
Of course, no doubt. We have what we call WISTA, which is a group of women involved in the marine sector. And every year I see it growing and growing. And I see also that affiliation between women, and they're getting higher level position. And I think it's great.
It seems to me your new position, you'll have more contact with U.S. stakeholders, as well as your Canadian stakeholders, which was your role with SOTUS as well.
Yeah.
Does that excite you?
Yeah, of course. Of
Yes.
course, my playing field is wider.
Right.
I like that, and to collaborate with, for instance, Craig Middlebrook is a good thing for me. I have new contacts through the Great Lakes, as much Canadian than American. I think it's a way to step ahead and
Right.
have a wider field to operate, and that's and learn.
Right.
As long as you learn, I think you can be happy.
And I want to say merci beaucoup.
Merci à
And
toi.
welcome to your new position, and we wish you the best of luck, Nicole.
Thank you, Craig.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
Good.